Fitin10 Nation. It's day 6. Day 6. The Fitin10 challenge. All right. How's everything going? Well, I guess I can't hear what you're saying in response. But you will send me some feedback this weekend. So in that email that I sent you with your macros and your heart rates, there's a link in that email to an online form where you'll give me your feedback. Now, I don't really care about your body weight, so don't put that in there. I got to remove that field. That's an old field when I used to collect people's body weight. I don't do that anymore, so don't worry about that. I really just want to know your feedback, and I want your questions. All right? Okay, so now I know that training is still very new to most of you, but I want to just let you know a little bit about the program because some of you have asked me already. When you look at the weight training portion of this program and you see the reps in here, okay, so like you're seeing like 3 sets of 10 and basically it's all pretty much, well, a lot of 3 sets of 10, okay, but whatever the rep range is, you want to be using enough resistance, there's enough weight to reach failure by the end of those 10 reps. So what that means is for some exercises like bigger movements, when I say bigger movements, I mean movements that are going to involve a lot of the body's musculature, like squats and deadlifts. You're basically going to do some warm-up sets, okay? Bench press would be another example. You're going to do probably at least 2 warm-up sets, okay, or what I call build-up sets, so you're building up in weight. And so those sets won't count because you're not going to reach exertion at whatever 10 reps, okay? So we don't count those sets, okay? For now, we're gonna just, because you're just learning the movements, that's fine. But as you move along and you become more proficient and you become more confident with the movements, we are going to encourage this more, okay? So that doesn't mean it's at the expense of the movement or the integrity of the movement, right? So you need to do things like, and we'll get more into this as we go through the classes, we need to pay attention to things like the cadence, the speed of the rep, especially on the eccentric phase, the phase at which the muscle hand is getting stretched. We need to pay attention to our mechanics and our form, okay? So keep that in mind as we move forward. All right, food of the day. Listen, if this is offensive to anybody out there who's vegan or vegetarian, I'm not sure if I should apologize, but I'm going to. I apologize, but I know a lot of you still eat meat. I certainly do. This is a big bag of steak. Big bag steak. And I just made this today. But actually, before I even talk about steak, this is kind of the idea of what I want you to do. So you're just going to plan and prepare like your meats or your proteins, have them ready in the fridge. This is about 4 pounds of meat, or maybe 5 pounds. What this is basically is this is actually inside round. I think it's inside round meat that I buy in like the big chunks, and then what I do is I actually just slice it, and then I put it on a pan. I'm all about simplicity and time. Put it on a pan, put some nice seasoning on top, put it in the oven for like 10 minutes, like 400. So I like it pretty rare, and then that's it. Then take it out, and honestly, it tastes really good. So I haven't even tasted this batch. It smells really delicious. I should have a bite, actually. I might just do that. But let's talk about it because I have it here in front of me. So, because I want to dive into some of the health aspects of foods. Meat is now being tossed around that meat causes cancer, and it drives me absolutely bonkers because there is Zero evidence of this. And I'm not saying this because I'm biased, and I know I'm biased, but because I like meat. But there just isn't. There isn't any evidence. Like, if it caused cancer, then I would just say it caused cancer. I probably wouldn't eat it. But there is no evidence. And, you know, just to add to that, it's kind of ridiculous to think that we've been eating something for God knows how long. And it's pretty much allowed us to stay alive till today. It's brought us to where we are today. And to think that it now is causing us to die is kind of absolutely ludicrous. So if you're just, you know, you want to seek out good quality meat. If you're going to eat meat, you want to seek out good quality meat, right? So we're not talking about hot dogs here or sausages, okay? We're talking about, like, you know, grass-fed meat. Now, this is actually not grass-fed. It would be better if it was grass-fed, okay? So, you know, or, you know, even better if it's, you know, wild meat. All right, so let's talk about some of the health benefits. It's high in vitamin B, iron, zinc, selenium. It's high in essential amino acids, so it's a complete protein. It's high in all essential amino acids. It's got your essential fats, so your omega-3s. Now, if this was grass-fed, it would be higher in essential fats. It's high in CLA, so conjugated leolinic acid, and that's actually supplement I sell, which helps with fat loss. So it's very high in CLA. It's very high in creatine. Creatine is basically it's a molecule that's made up of 3 amino acids that helps with the production of ATP in the muscle. Basically, it helps with high force producing actions, sprinting, weight training, that type of thing. Okay. It's high in cholesterol, which is a good thing. Okay. This idea that cholesterol is bad for you. Now you're gonna hear some things. You're gonna be like, this guy's an idiot. Like, right? You might hear, like, cholesterol. I mean, you gotta stay away from cholesterol, right? No, listen. Every cell membrane in your body is spliced with cholesterol, and it has a role. That role is to help keep the cell membrane rigid, and that rigidity of the cell membrane helps the cell membrane to function properly. Cholesterol has a very important role in the body. And how many cells do you have in the body? You know, we don't really actually know. There's like 1 trillion, okay? There's probably more than 1 trillion cells in the body. So this idea that cholesterol raises your bad cholesterol carriers is nonsense. Again, there's no evidence of this. Listen, if you want to learn, or you want to dive into some of this stuff, look at the research that's being done. You can't, with all due respect to family doctors, unless they're staying on top of the research, they don't know, right? So you can still go to some doctors and they'll tell you that dietary fat's bad for you. So you've got to look at the newest science that's coming out, okay? So there is no evidence of cholesterol increasing your low density lipoprotein carriers, okay? Remember when people talk about good and bad cholesterol? That's not cholesterol. Those are proteins that carry around cholesterol. And it's not even your LDLs that matter. It's the ratio of your HDL to LDL that matters. At least that's what the science shows. Okay? So anyways, don't worry about cholesterol in meat. All right? By the way, if I took 3.5 ounces of this and I compared it to, say, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, which one has more saturated fat? 2 tablespoons of olive oil, which we're encouraged to eat, or 3.5 ounces of red meat? What do you think? Which one has more saturated fat? The olive oil does. The olive oil has more saturated fat. Okay? There's nothing wrong with saturated fat, but it's just kind of funny that people talk about saturated fat being bad for you, and yet they'll encourage you to have things like olive oil. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, going off on a tangent. Okay. Oh shit, I'm already at 10 minutes? I have no idea. Like, I swear this timer's, well, it's not off, but it seems like it is. It just, I don't know. All right, let's get right to the message of the day. Actually, let me just show you what the steak looks like quickly. This is really, smells really good actually. I'm gonna have some tonight. All right. This is really important, so listen please. Surround yourself with people who elevate your game. Surround yourself with people who elevate your game. Now this doesn't just go for the challenge, although it is very important. Hey, by the way, there's a group of people in this challenge. I think there's like 6 or 8 of you that are all friends, that are all doing the challenge. I think that's great, because like the expectation is that all these people are going to do really well, because they've got that accountability to each other, not just to themselves, not just to me, not just to you guys, but to their small little group. So they might, do even that much better. So it's going to be interesting to see, because this is the first time that's actually happened in a challenge, a group of this size. So whatever it comes to, whatever you're working towards in your life, you are going to encounter some people that are negative about it. I don't know why. It seems to happen. Maybe if it hasn't happened to you, that's great. Maybe it doesn't always happen, but it seems to happen frequently. So I'm just going to encourage you to hang around with those people who are supportive of your goals and what you're working towards. Okay? I don't even know why people would be, discouraging towards somebody working towards a goal that's, allowing them to better themselves. Makes no sense to me. Okay? Anyways, go out there and surround yourself with people who are positive and help you to be a better participant in whatever you're working towards, okay? Trying to make money, trying to be a better person, maybe you're trying to abstain from alcohol, which you should be in this challenge, by the way. Maybe you're trying to lose some body fat. I think you are. All right, so that's all I'm going to say. Positive energy, positive vibes. Give gratitude daily, and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself, believe in yourself. There's no good reason. You know what? If you have a good reason not to believe in yourself, I want you to put it in your feedback form to me. Tell me why you should not believe in yourself, okay? Believe in yourself for the love of God. And guys, I will talk to you all soon. Tomorrow, that is. I will be teaching class tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Hopefully you'll be there. I suspect the class will be a little bit smaller tomorrow. So we'll see. All right, so tomorrow, 5 o'clock, we're doing upper body again. Okay? Guys, we'll talk to y'all soon. See ya.